Well, hello there, football fans, and welcome to the East River Cathedral here in New York City for a matchup between the Anchorage Wolves and the New York Gargoyles here in the SFLm Week 2 nightcap game. We're coming at you live midnight on the East Coast here in New York, and it's going to be a scary one, I think, for both these teams. Brandon Walters in the booth with you tonight. Alongside me here is Jesse Long. Jesse, I mean, this is an exciting one. You know, New York was in the championship game last season, and Anchorage, meanwhile, got off to a hot start. Their first game as a franchise here in the minor league, they won it. So two big teams coming in here. What are your thoughts?
Well, it's definitely a tall assignment for head coach Zach Benjamin, right? I mean, they looked like Anchorage last week looked like world beaters. The defense was phenomenal. They were running the ball at will, and it's going to be really great to see how they bounce back. Both of these teams are looking to get this W, one to stay in the win column and one to get in. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. It's going to be an exciting one. Two of my favorite people in the league here as the head coaches. You know, you got Zach Benjamin, as you mentioned, for New York, and then on the other side for Anchorage, you've got Ryan Davis, the Queen City offensive coordinator. As the ball is kicked off, we're underway here in New York, and Anchorage, the long flight out from the west coast of the United States, is going to get the ball first here, and there's a flag on the play. Laundry on the field on the very first play of the game. Going to be a clipping call on Anchorage. That'll back them up a fair bit.
Oh, you know, you hate seeing that when you begin, right? You run out there. Special teams is all about doing it the right way and just making sure that you really don't look at that.
Oh.
That is such a big mistake there. You take a really good field position, you just take it all away. Yeah, the special teams coach is going to probably have both hands on that lad's face mask.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing that to a wide receiver too as a lineman. Ronnie Shanahan getting thrown to the ground like that is just not something you want to see in the game here. First down and 10 from the 20-yard line after that penalty for Anchorage. They'll throw it. Pajak standing in the pocket all kinds of time, going deep down the field. It's off the hands of his wide receiver. Unfortunate there for number 14, Elliott Pope Jr., to not have a humongous catch on the first play of the game.
You know, Rogers Beckett gives him a little bit of love too, but the poise of Michael Pajak to stay in the pocket like that and throw a really beautiful ball in zone, that really shows you that they could be having a big game tonight.
Second down, same formation for the Wolves. Pajak again, all kinds of time, again going down the middle. That one is out of the hands of one of the defensive backs there for New York, number 21. That's Devontae Moore, the corner who plays for the Los Angeles Lycans in the SFL. 3rd and 10 already.
You got to catch those because he threw a really good pass right to the wrong guy there.
I think that was the same exact route, same play 2 times in a row as well, Jesse.
Yeah, but he threw it short. Good reads require good throws.
Absolutely. Aunt Tim out of the backfield. 4 wide receivers on the left side. 3rd and 10 for Anchorage. Pajak again, all kinds of time. His offensive line's giving him a lot here. There's a throw caught by Elliott Pope Jr., and he's down on the field with an injury already. A big early loss in the game here for Anchorage.
That's going to hurt because you've got so many quality receivers. They're all really good. Some of them are SFL rookies. Some of them are dev players. But you really can't afford to lose talent like that soon in the game. But this is going to be a time where everybody else has to step up and make it happen.
Absolutely. I mean, it's really unfortunate for Elliott Pope Jr. He had 3 catches, 32 yards in last week's game, you know, which put him second on the receiving charts here for Anchorage. So certainly a big blow to lose a guy like him this early on. As Pajak again, first down, they're going to the air here. Kevin Parker gets a catch, and you know, he was the leading receiver in week 1 for this Anchorage team, Jesse.
Yeah, he was. He very well could be the leading receiver again with the loss of his teammate Elliott Pope Jr. So like we said, other players have to step up. He reaches his hands up and says, I'm going to step up. I'm going to lead us all here. We all got to step up. Let's do this.
1st and 10 now for Anchorage, driving very quickly with these long passes. They're already past New York's 35-yard line at the 34 right now. 1st and 10 again. Pajak getting a little bit uncomfortable in the pocket there. Makes the throw. Sanj Singh, what a nice catch there. Just out of the reach of the defender, and a nice first down for the tight end.
Yeah, that looked like a really dangerous throw from up here. And it looked like Devontae Moore was going to actually, the coverage on there was coming from, it looked like Hudson Cruz was going to make the interception. But it just ended up not being that way. And Singh made a huge play out of that. That was really good.
I mean, it's a great throw by Pyjak, too. You saw the linebacker there, Steve Foley, all over that, and he dove for it, but just not able to get anywhere near Singh or the throw. Pyjak 1st and 10 again. That one's caught over the middle as well. Another one of the wide receivers coming in. I think that's the backup for Elliott Pope Jr. there, number 82. We'll try and get that number for you in just a moment there, but a nice catch.
Yeah, it really was. And, you know, this is beginning the trend that I'm seeing of receivers saying, 2 hands, that's too easy. I'm going to catch you one-handed. Do the cool guy method.
It's all about making yourself look good in the highlight reels, Jesse.
I tell you, Michael Pyjak with those throws is really helping out.
The pitch here, finally a run for Anchorage there on the 1st down. They'll go right side and get 3. That's Chevy Monte Carlo with the carry. You know, this running back field, you know, it's a tale of haves and have-nots at the moment. You know, Aunt Tim with the breakout game last week, 26 carries, 159 yards, 2 touchdowns. Monte Carlo only had 3 carries for 18 yards total.
Well, you know, sometimes it's just a matter of who's got the ball at the time.
Oh, what a throw! Pyjak to the left side of the end zone and caught. Touchdown, Joey Hightower. Anchorage is flying here, Jesse.
I'm not throwing the ball to everybody. They're going to go back there at the half, be like, hey, guess what, man? Oh, wait, no, you can't come in? That's cool, bro. We got you, man. We've been doing it all night. And Joey Hightower just cuts inside. He knew he was going to take the hit from the defender. Free safety, Zion Waddles. And he said, you know what? I'm going to catch it anyway.
You got Zion Waddles on one side, you got Hudson Cruz on the other side, and you thread that needle like Pyjak just did there. Great throw by the rookie quarterback. And Anchorage is going to take a quick 7-0 lead here in the Cathedral. You know, to come away from home, you know, that flight from Anchorage to New York alone has got to be about, what, 5 or 6 hours? And then you come down here and you start off your game with that kind of drive. I mean, that's a statement of intent.
It really does make a statement, and that catch makes another statement. And I'm going to grab this ball. I know the pain is coming. Bring the pain train on. Ah! Still got it. What now?
Taken out of the end zone here by the Gargoyles. Number 14, that's Ronnie Shanahan. We saw him earlier getting dunked on, essentially, on the opening play of the game for a clipping call. Good to see him back out on the field and not getting taken out like that. And here's the first opportunity for Brady Hendricks and the home team offense to try and respond to Anchorage.
Good to see him taking a legal hit this time.
Right. Hendricks will pitch right on 1st and 10. There's a stiff arm and the shoulder. And another injury here for Anchorage. This time it's on the defensive side. That's Derek Ross, one of their cornerbacks coming out of the game early here. And, oh, man, Anchorage dropping like flies, Jesse.
It's really just going to be a war of attrition here. It looks like they're hitting each other so hard, and with everything that they've got, Derek Ross is now out. One of their receivers is now gone here. If they're really hitting them with everything they've got, you know, okay, you want the lead, fine, you can have the lead for a little while. We're going to bring the pain. We're going to see who's left when it's over.
Looks like we're in store for a tough physical kind of game here tonight. In the witching hour as Hendricks on 2nd down will pass long there. Oh, he's got a wide receiver deep down the field. That's the tight end, Robert Thump. And a great catch there for the Gargoyles tight end. I mean, just another, like, everyone's going deep so far tonight, Jesse.
You gotta love the athleticism of these tight ends. Like, you know, tight end used to be a position where, okay, you could block and you could catch a little bit. And now, guys like Robert Thump, they're playing like wide receivers now. Their athleticism is spectacular.
Well, that's the kind of versatility that you get from these great tight ends. You know, they're so big that you can't cover them with a corner, and so fast that you can't cover them with a linebacker. Kane! Wow! A great run from Dominic Kane there, breaking tackles, changing the angle of attack there, and he'll pick up 9 yards. It felt like 30.
Dominic Kane, you want it? You can have it. You want it? You can have it too. Bring them all on. Man, wow. What a credible display of running and power.
He didn't have as good a game as Aunt Tim did last week, but I mean, still a respectable performance. 18 carries for 84 yards on the ground for him, and starting off hot tonight, 1 for 9, as they'll send the fullback in motion. Strong eye, and they'll go to that right side there. That's Rudlang with all kinds of room, and it's an easy first down picked up here. And, you know, these teams are moving so quickly, Jesse. We had the, you know, that Anchorage attack, which was all high flying, and then one big pass from this New York team, and now they're already grinding towards, you know, that red zone.
Absolutely. And don't forget that Don McCain also had 365 yards in season 10.
I mean, yeah, he was one of the better running backs last season, so it's going to be interesting to see his progression as he picks up one of the Wolves defenders and just carries him with him. As we'll get a little profile here.
Yeah, I love how he picks up those yards too. The lower man is usually going to win in this game. So he just gets under the pads, he keeps pushing the legs, and keeps driving them forward for additional yards. Brutal running. Sometimes violence is the answer.
That's why they do all those sled drills, Jesse.
You ain't kidding.
Another heavy set here for New York. They'll pitch it to the opposite side of the last time. Kane with all kinds of room. The steal block was great. And he breaks the tackle, headed towards the end zone. There, shakes off another one. Oh, he was just dragged down before he could make it to the end zone. A great run there. Only brought down by number 42, one of the Bobby Green, the linebacker for Anchorage. But another great run from Dominic Kane, and he is absolutely on fire. 4 carries for 40 yards already, Jesse.
And that's made possible by all the linemen that flipped out. Like, you'll see it there if you go back. A key block by Scott Rayberg to seal the edge that allowed him to get free and do the work with his shoulders and his stiff arms and his powerful tree trunk legs.
Yeah, you get the feeling he'll be buying his lineman a Rolex after that kind of run. That's a good block in there. Hendricks will throw here on the goal line. It's intercepted! And guess who? It's the same guy who made the tackle on the last play, Bobby Green, the linebacker for Anchorage, in the end zone there. Heartbreaker if you're a Gargoyles fan.
You know, revenge really does make for the best stories, doesn't it? You know, he took that big stiff arm and said, okay, you can keep your stiff arm. I'll take the football. Thanks. God, what a heartbreaker. You get all the way to the 2-yard line, you're knocking right on the door, you're moving it, and then whoop, ball, 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 ball.
Revenge a dish best served cold, and preferably when you're kneeling down in the end zone. And, you know, I think Anchorage knows a thing or two about being cold. As they'll hand it off there, oh, the halfback gets creamed. That's on Tim, going nowhere. Nice tackle there by number 52. That is Mike Alberts, the linebacker for the Gargoyles.
Yeah, Mike Alberts, 4 tackles, sack, 2 tackles for loss. You can't break every tackle when you run into a guy like that.
Pyjak will throw on the second down. Plenty of time there. That one's overthrown, though. Dangerous pass near Devontae Moore. I think that's the second time now he's been in a good position to try and break up one of those passes.
Yeah, and he had a lot of time to think about it, and he's shown his pocket poise. But Pyjak just threw that way over his head. Devontae Moore nearly came down with it.
I'm hearing screaming on the sidelines from Iggy Turner, the linebacker, telling Devontae Moore that he needs to pick those off.
You gotta catch those.
It's back to the training field for you, Moore. You got to work on your juggle machines. As Pyjak on the third down will throw all kinds of time going down the field. Oh, face mask ripped down to the turf. But a fantastic catch by Kevin Parker.
A little bit of amateur chiropractic on that one. He nearly took his head off in midair. Wow.
Yeah, those are the kind of ones you get sued over, Jesse.
Oh, God, you really do. You might even have to, you know, tell a judge, like, hey, it was sports. It was sports. Wow, that was really... Yeah, a ref is going to call that and hit your hands with it every time.
It's been a physical game and a bit sloppy, I think you might say, from New York so far, as Parker will get that one, but the pass a little bit behind him. He had to go to ground just to get it, and in the end, he'll only get a yard out of it. We'll walk you through that Anchorage offense real quick. Quarterback Michael Pyjak, halfbacks John Osmosis, Aunt Tim, and Chevy Monte Carlo at fullback. Wide receivers Kevin Parker, Joey Hightower, Elliott Pope Jr., and Bobby Tarantino. The tight end Sanj Singh, and a 4-man offensive line. Right after this play, Tim dragged down by one of the linebackers after a gain of a couple, and that'll set up a 3rd and 6. That offensive line Tackles Jackie Jones and Jess Fullerton Galarza, and the guards Rose Steele and Demon Pickle. A four-man offensive line here for Anchorage is a luxury that not many teams in the minor leagues can afford, Jesse.
Yeah, those linemen and ladies, and we'll talk about it after this.
Oh, that pass broken up down the field there. I mean, I'll tell you one thing. Michael Pyjak is not afraid to sling this ball deep, Jesse.
No, he's definitely not. And with those linemen and line ladies, he shouldn't be. Last week, only 2 sacks allowed on 22 pass plays, 4.4 rushing yards per carry on 46 attempts. Like, they are definitely really good at protecting the Chief.
They're putting the work in, that's for sure. Punt here from the New York side of the field for Anchorage. They're going to look to try and pin him deep in here. Trace Welsh, unfortunately, doesn't get the good bounce there. It'll roll into the end zone for a touchback, and that will mean that the second attempt here at offense for this Gargoyles drive, and for Brady Hendricks, you know, I think he had a bit of a struggle last week, Jesse. I think it's fair to say 8 of 20, 72 yards passing and 1 interception, no touchdowns. It's a tough way to start the season.
It really is, and your first game as a rookie is always really tough, no matter the league. So, but hopefully he'll bounce back here. This is where you show that you can get it back.
Well, he's going to try to here. Hendricks on the first down takes the short little check down. Will only get a yard there. Unfortunately, Ivan Lazardi brought down immediately. Some solid coverage there. We'll walk you through that Gargoyles offense. Quarterback Brady Hendricks, halfbacks Dominic Kane and Patrick Rudlang, fullback Tom Thickey, wide receivers Yak Williams, D'Angelo Lopez, Ronnie Shanahan, and Ivan Lazardi. The tight ends Leon Sandcastle and Robert Thump, and the 2 tackles on the line, Morgan Toriel and Kenny Cook, making up the offensive line. 2nd and 9. They send one in motion. 3 wide receivers right side. They'll go left. That one, a dangerous pass there, trying to find Lazardi, and almost found Eric Belmont's hands instead.
Yeah, and right now, if you're the coach here, right? You know, if you're the gentleman Zach Benjamin, right? You got to take this kid. You got to get him to just calm down. You got to get him to trust himself. It's like you're here for a reason. Just relax, make some good throws. Don't try to do too much.
Superman Zach Benjamin. He's going to rip his shirt apart on the sidelines. I'm almost positive they'll send the wide receiver in motion to the left side on the 3rd and 9. Hendricks will pass. Only 3-man rush here for Anchorage. They're dropping deep. That one, it's in the hands of Lazardi and out onto the turf. Oh, man, you got to try and reel that one in. If you're Ivan Lazardi, you will want that back, but a good hit by the free safety Spider Webb.
You know, and that is a positive, because that shows you, and that shows Brady Hendricks that, okay, I can make that throw. Because he did make the throw. You know, it ended up getting knocked out of Zardi's hands. It happened, but still he made the throw. There's a lot of positive to be taken from that.
Cameron Duty with a high hanging punt. It gets just past midfield, and it'll be fair caught at the 49-yard line for Anchorage. The game's settling down a little bit, Jesse. We had those early bursts of offense, and now it feels like the defenses have had some time to adjust, and they're coming back in force.
Yeah, it really feels like, you know, after the first drive that took a lot of time off the clock, but now it feels like not a lot of time is being exchanged here. Much slower quarter.
I'd say we still got almost 2.5 minutes left in this quarter. I figured there would have been a lot less time as Tim gets the pitch out right side there. Almost had the linebacker Mike Alberts beaten for pace there, but we'll still pick up a nice 5-yard gain.
Yeah, that's still good. I mean, you break free, and sometimes, hey, you didn't break the tackle, but you know, you had enough room to take it off at the side and get a 5-yard gain out of it. That's really good.
New York going to bring pressure, draw play there for Anchorage, close to the first down. They'll mark him just short there. Unfortunate for Chevy Monte Carlo. We'll go through that Gargoyles defense now. LJ Hobbs and May West on the defensive line. Mike Alberts, the sole linebacker. Corners Devontae Moore and Hudson Cruz, and the lone safety is Zion Waddles. A bit thin on the defensive side of things. 3rd and inches now. 2 tight ends in the set. They'll hand off to Tim up the middle. Picks up the first down easily enough.
Nothing wrong with that, right? You got to keep the little line moving so that you can get across the big line. Nothing wrong with that at all.
It's about the building blocks, Jesse. You got to build these drives out over time. It's like a Lego time lapse. Hijack. Pressure on the backside, but he avoids it well there. Good throw to that backup tight end, whose name we still haven't been able to locate just yet. And I'm sure we'll spot it here soon.
The ghost tight end. The one that was always in those Lego planes I made, and then went to the top of the staircase and threw them off into the floor of the basement.
Secret tight end. $1 million smile there from Michael Pyjak. Second down as they'll hand off the draw play there. Good run by number 22, John Osmosis. Haven't seen too much of him yet this game. And I mean, he had a good chunk of carries in week 1, 13 carries, but only 38 yards on it. Had a touchdown, but also lost a fumble.
And also a really strong performance in season 10.
Pyjak looking underneath, finds Kevin Parker, a gain of 3. I can hear some yelling from the sidelines. I think it's head coach Ryan Davis telling me that the tight end's name is Cam Tony. Not sure. That sounds like a fake name, but we'll roll with it up here in the booth.
Cam Tony.
Cam Tony.
It sounds like something you open and eat.
I say it sounds like a spam kind of thing. It's on Tim. Gets a couple of yards there as the final play of the first quarter will set up a 3rd and 3 for New York in scoring position. At the end of one, Anchorage holding a stern lead, 7-0 over New York. We'll be right back with you.
Are you hungry and in the mood for something with a can? Have you tried Cam Tony?
And with that fantastic advertisement break, welcome back to the East River Cathedral here in New York. Brandon Walters alongside Jesse Fretz here in the booth, being screamed at by head coaches. You know, they should probably focus on the field, you know.
Yeah.
As Anchorage will move Sanj Singh in motion. 2 tight ends on that right side, 3rd and 3. Split back set here. You have to favor Tim. They'll pass Pyjak. Feeling it tonight. He goes over the middle, and it's wide open. Cam Tony, there he is again.
And those dual halfbacks drop back into pass protection, and they do a really good job giving Pyjak enough time to make a really clean throw. Look, he sees it right in the middle, nothing but space to work with. And Cam Tony, oof, tight ends, oof, Cam Tony, that's a tough can. It must be made out of like aluminum or something.
You're going to need a good can opener to get that one open.
Yeah, or a sledgehammer.
1st and goal here from the 8-yard line. They'll hand off to the fullback, Tim again. Will pick up about 2 there. Kind of surprised that they're not using Chevy Monte Carlo in that fullback spot there. You know, he is like technically a fullback.
And that could have really helped there because that line pushed. They weren't disguising anything. And the New York line pushed right back.
Draw play, 2nd down there. Oh, man. Osmosis took a big shoulder barge there, but got a lot closer. I think it's going to be about, from the 2-yard line or so here. 3rd and goal for Pyjak. Do you think they might try and throw it again?
You know, they could do anything here, but that hit. Sometimes you're just angry you hit somebody. That's what that was.
5 down linemen for the Gargoyles. 3 linebackers standing over top. They've got the 2 corners as well. Cam Tony in motion to the left side. They've got 2 tight ends now on that left.
Watch if they blitz.
Pyjak up the middle, hands it off. He's stuffed. Absolutely no room. Mike Alberts waving the finger to Kembe Mutombo. No, no, no.
No. And there was just nothing but human bodies in the way. There was no way that was going through. Like, you could dive all you want. Like, you put all the shoulders all you want. There just wasn't enough muscle to get through.
Chip shot here for Joe Garfield. He'll knock it through the uprights easily enough. A 17-yard field goal for him. A 12-play, 50-yard drive. Ate up 4 minutes of clock there for Anchorage as they take a 10-0 lead here in New York. And, you know, Jesse, so far we have not seen a whole lot from this Gargoyles offense, and you're really going to have to start to see a response from them offensively if they want to, you know, stick in this game, because if Anchorage gets the ball back again and they score, they could be opening up, you know, a 3-possession lead.
Right, and even if you just keep giving up field goals, if you don't score anything, and you have this anemic offense that just isn't going to give you any points at all, then you're just going to lose on time, lose on possession, lose on field goals, lose on first downs. You're going to lose on everything.
It is definitely a slippery slope there as Shanahan will get the kick out to the 33-yard line. 1st down and 10 for Brady Hendricks and this Gargoyles offense. Looking for some kind of spark here. Corners playing way off for Anchorage. They'll run the ball there. Kane puts a shoulder through another linebacker and picks up a nice solid 6 yards. I think that was Zachary Babineau there getting the shoulder barge.
You know, and there you go. That's what you need to see. You need to see something positive fires up your team, motivates you, and lets you know that you can do it.
Another heavy set here. They'll go to that left side. Rudlang bends it back in. Picks up a nice first down. Walk you through that Anchorage Wolves defense real quick. On the defensive line, Jad McPherson and Finn Steele. The linebackers, Bobby Green, Duncan Onham, and Zachary Babineau. Corners, Julian Gasca and Eric Belmont. And the safety is Spider Webb. So definitely, you know, they've got a couple more players than New York does in terms of the defensive side of things. Oh, what a blitz! Perfectly timed blitz. Bobby Green gets an easy sack on Brady Hendricks there. And I mean, they had to have, you know, had time the snap count there because that was perfectly timed.
It really was, and I think what you see there was a zone blocking scheme. So in zone blocking, everybody's got to pick what they want to do. But Bobby Green just came so hot off the blitz that he just had a straight line at the quarterback. Hit him like a missile.
It's definitely hard to predict when you're coming from so far back, too. The only blitz 3 this time. Drop off into coverage. Lazardi over the middle. And these seams are proving to be a real, you know, a point of weakness for both these defenses.
That's good. This is clicking. You have to keep it moving. And also, you know, when you get into the red zone here, what's going to absolutely be crucial for Zach Benjamin to tell his team is don't be afraid of scoring in the red zone. Because we know what happened last time. So don't think about that. Don't think about that. And certainly don't do it.
1st and 10 now for Hendricks. They'll hand it off up the middle. Kane took it all the way outside instead, but he picks up 5 yards there, rolling over Babineau. Ryan Davis has apparently just faxed me an image from down on the field of their registration sheet, which says his name is indeed Cam Toney, and the T is capitalized in the middle of that name. So I don't know what happened there with the birth certificates or what went on in that hospital that day, but it's certainly a story. As
I'm not quite sure. Maybe he's a sovereign citizen. You know, he's not tackling. He's just taking someone from a vertical position and putting them horizontally to the earth against their will.
Maybe. 3rd and 4 for Hendricks. Babineau coming down a little bit closer to the line on that left side. They'll send one of the wide receivers in motion. That's number 12. Yak Williams. Haven't seen a catch or a target for him so far tonight. They'll roll Hendricks. Throw back to the left side. Lazardi with the one-handed catch. Great move there from the number 1 wideout here for this team. You know, only 34 yards on 3 catches last game, but you know, I think considering that entire passing offense struggled a little bit, it's hard to really draw too many conclusions from it. If you're drawing conclusions from tonight, Ivan Lazardi looks like that number 1 guy for you.
Well, it's also helping that Brady Hendricks has found his groove. He's starting to get relaxed back there. He's starting to see what's working and make what's working work.
Well, we'll hold judgment on that until they get to the end zone, because if he throws another pick here in the red zone, I think some opinions might shift on that, as Kane will take it outside there. Man, he's really bending these runs. Again, you know, you saw him kind of line up for that A-gap run, and instead he tries to bend it all the way out to the C on the other side. That time it doesn't work out for him.
Behold, as he gets under center.
2nd and 10.
Yeah.
Yak Williams in motion again to the left side. Babineau, the only one really there, so zone coverage almost certainly. Rudlang with the run up the middle. All kinds of room, picks up 7.
You know, back there you're like, hey, that's my line. As Patrick Rudlang runs for a 7-yard gain.
We're getting all mixed up here in the booth. It's what happens when it's after dark SFLm, I suppose. 3rd and 3 now. Another heavy set from this New York team. I really do like this. They'll pitch it to that left side. Kane with the blocks. Picks up the first down. Well, really close to that end zone there. A touchdown saving tackle by number 52, Dexter Coakley.
Yeah. And if I'm Zach Benjamin, I don't get fancy here. Just run it up the middle. Follow the fullback wherever he's going. If he goes to get a burger, follow him there too.
Some old-fashioned, hard-nosed football as Robert Thump will move into motion. Standing, they'll pass it again here. Oh, that one is dangerous as well. Not intercepted, but it easily could have been there. Spider Webb in the area.
Do I have to get head coach loud so they can hear me? Do I have to?
I just say,
Do
if you
you
lean
understand?
if you lean out of the booth window and really yell, you might be able to get it down there to Benjamin. 2nd and goal now. I mean, surely they can't throw it a 3rd time in a row here on the 1-yard line.
Yeah, a lot of people are screaming, "Don't do it!" But hey, you know, if it works, they'll be all right with it.
Run
There
up
we
the
go.
middle. Kane, easy as you please. Straight into the end zone. And it's going to be a 10-7 ball game. 3.5 minutes left to go in this first half. There's the Dags blimp.
Dominic Kane with a little bit of jumperation. Oh, he just jumps right over the defender. And Leon Sandcastle just pulled down the blocker. And they're like, oh, they're in the way. Well, hey, you know, let's see. What is it, like 36? Yeah, I can clear that. And he just jumps into the end zone.
I say, if you're Leon Sandcastle, it's a case of if you don't get caught, then it's definitely legal. That hurdle from Dominic Kane looked like those little show runs they do with the dogs, where they have them pop those little like 6-inch high hurdles. It was not much work there for a man like Dominic Kane, but a touchdown either way, as the Anchorage Wolves will get the ball back here, looking to respond. And you know, if you're New York, all of a sudden you're right back in this thing, only down by 3 here. You got to feel good. If the defense can get you a stop, you're going to feel even better. As Joe Garfield just returned that kick.
Joe Garfield
kicker?
did. Yes.
Oh my
The
God.
GOAT.
I've never seen that before. That's new. That's a brave man. I got to work with him for a couple seasons in Queen City. I didn't think he had that in his locker room. I'll tell you that much for free. First down on the 30. He got it out to the 30-yard line, so fair play to him. As Tim is buried immediately. No gain there. Good tackle by Simmons.
Well, kickers have many abilities some would consider to be unnatural.
Unnatural.
You gotta hide it, you know. It's a secret society, the kickers call it.
It's not a story that many coaches would tell you. As Jack looking down the field deep again there. I mean, he keeps going to that deep side right seam, Jesse. It really seems like that's what he's fixated on tonight.
That was a real hospital ball, too. Like, he got blasted as soon as he had his hands up. But being a wide receiver is a dangerous business. But still, you're like, hey, guy, you want to give me a step on him?
3rd and 10 here. 5 wideouts. They got the bunch set on the left side. Looks like zone coverage here for the Gargoyles. Hijack, a million years in the pocket, could wait to evolve into a different life form back there, but he doesn't complete the pass. 4th and 10, and all of a sudden, you know, it feels like this home crowd is super loud, and if you're Anchorage, you got to be a little bit shaken.
Let me tell you, and this is really promising too, because you're going to get the ball back, and you're going to possibly be the last team to have the ball in the half. You could tie it or even take the lead.
Especially with this running game. I mean, Kane has been fantastic so far tonight, and Rudling has definitely chipped in as well, so you definitely could drain 3 minutes off the clock here. That one, no fair catch called. Ronnie Shanahan wants the pain and takes it there at the 40-yard line.
Oh, you know, if you want the pain, this game's going to give you the pain. Everyone's going to raise their hand and then lower their shoulder into.
I mean, considering we saw one guy's spine get broken into 3 neat little pieces, I think the pain is definitely being handed out.
It's like you see the X-ray and then the break.
It's all over for him. He's going to be in a wheelchair the rest of his life. Hendricks first down, hands it off to Kane. All kinds of room on the left side. Honestly, could have busted that one outside the block and probably got another 5 or so, but a nice gain of 3 there to start the drive.
Let me tell you, Dominic Kane is getting up slow, but he's so happy. He's just so happy to be in all that pain all the time. From just running into people and running them over and then right back.
I mean, hey, as a linebacker, I get it. You got to love the pain to play the game. As Rudlang with the stiff arm there secures himself a nice run. It looked like he was dead in the water, but he picks up a good chunk of yardage. 3rd and inches now, thankfully, for the Gargoyles.
Well, you know, he had 9 carries for 57 yards last week, and that was a great demonstration of using agility and moves along with power to gain yards.
2-minute warning here. We'll be right back with you in just a moment. And welcome back for the final 2-minute drill drive here at the East River Cathedral. Brandon Walters alongside Jesse Long in the booth tonight. 3rd and inches for the Gargoyles right on that midfield logo. They'll pitch it out left side. Kane gets it pretty easily. And no sweat there from the leading tailback for this Gargoyles offense. Definitely feels like, you know, they started out passing pretty heavily, and they definitely kind of settled back into this running game. Kane's already got 11 carries in the half.
And what's good about being able to get a first down like that is you force the defense to play a balanced defense against you.
Oh, Rudlang had the middle wide open and instead tried to bend it back to the outside and loses a yard in the process. A good tackle there by number 95. That is Colston Weatherington.
Yep. And he made that play very unbalanced.
Yeah, he did. Busting into that backfield.
Yeah.
Second down, Hendricks will roll right there. Throw left, Lazardi wide open again. Feels like they're really dissecting that zone coverage as there's the first timeout for New York.
Let me tell you, he's found his rhythm. He's found his groove. Brady Hendricks is now leading the charge, and he's making a lot of great and really smart throws.
Well, as long as Zach Benjamin makes sure he doesn't throw within the 5-yard line, I think he'll be in good shape here. As they'll send Williams in motion. They really like that motion to bring Williams into that left side slot there from the right side. Maybe that's something that they game planned for leading up to this game. They'll throw it to that left side wide open. Oh, it's off the back of Lazardi. Oh man, if Hendricks had just led him a little bit further forward, Lazardi might have been able to just walk it into the end zone. I think that's what he's saying there, holding his hands out in front of him on the sideline. Like, if you put it there, I would have had a touchdown.
Well, when you're still a rookie, you know, you think about the dance and you think about the touchdown, but sometimes you don't think about the catch you got to do first.
It's always, you know, sometimes you just get a little bit ahead of yourself. Hendricks under pressure there. Oh, great throw. Finds D'Angelo Lopez for his first catch of the game. Second timeout for the Gargoyles. Way to respond under the quick pressure there if you're Brady Hendricks.
And nice catch and coverage, too. I mean, that was such a tight window. He was right on him.
Hendricks 6 for 11, 101 yards, 1 interception. No touchdowns yet tonight, but you know, the way he's throwing, it is always possible. He almost had the one to Lazardi 2 plays ago. And they'll throw it again here. Deep into the end zone. Overshot his man. He was looking for Yak Williams, but I think he would have had to be about 8 feet tall to have a chance at that one, and it's going to be a field goal try.
And 8 feet to the left, he would have hit the security guy in the back of the head. He really sing that one in there.
Another couple feet, he probably would have hit the mascot, you know, doing the laps with the T-shirt cannon. That would have been bad as the kick by John Smith in through the uprights and good. Nice drive there by the Gargoyles to tie this game up with 53 seconds left in the half, 10-10.
That was a nice kick. These SFLm, they've been nailing their kicks. Last season was not really the kicks are going in kind of year, but this year they're hitting them.
To be fair, it does help that they're you know, both of these kickers are now SFL vets as well. They get time up in the major leagues. John Smith gets to kick for the Lycans, and Joe Garfield has been kicking for the Queen City Corsairs for about as long as I can remember, which is about 4 or 5 seasons now. So, you know, again, there he is. He's doing it again, Jesse.
Listen, Mr. Garfield he's going to break one.
Look at this.
If you're in Vegas right now, you got a couple of shekels on you. So what do you give me? 501? I'll take it.
He's putting the spin moves on, Jesse. He's trying to spin out the special teams guy. Maybe do you think it's because he kicks off so often that he knows the moves that would get him open?
He's got it. He likes to dance. He likes football. It's perfect for him.
Well, that's the handoff there. Monte Carlo with all kinds of room will get 6. I mean, let's just hope that he doesn't get abused like Ronnie Shanahan did on the first play. Because if your kicker goes down from an injury for trying to return a kick on your special teams, I think there's going to be some screaming and some red faces, not only on the coaching sideline, but up in the owner's box too.
You could also have Jackie Jones run it. I mean, it's hard to tackle a 320-pound lineman, you know?
That's what I would think. But, I mean, he does run about as slow as a snail. As they'll hand it off there. Oh, good run by Osmosis. Will pick up a first down. Should be the final play of the half, though. It doesn't look like Anchorage wants to push their luck. They're happy to head into halftime even here with the home team, and it will be an even game here at the first half. 10-10 is your score. Anchorage and New York have been playing a great game so far tonight. You know, we've had it all. The offense for both teams, the defense, the long passing, the crazy, throwing, crazy plays going on. Jesse, what are your thoughts?
I tell you, got to give out the flowers at half. Dominic Kane has been having an absolutely great game. He's been dominating, running the football. Michael Pejak has been throwing the ball. He's been an equal opportunity employer all night, even in the absence of Elliott Pope. He's still throwing to every receiver. Brady Hendricks didn't really have the best start, but he's getting hot at the right time. And both defenses have been playing very well. It's a 10-10 ball game. So we're looking, and you know what? Other than that interception, this has been a very clean ball game in terms of turnovers for both sides.
I was going to say, I think the turnover really is key here because, they were on the 1 yard line, New York. And, if you get a touchdown there, this game would be 17-10, in New York's favor. So that could be a really critical play looking back towards the end of the game. New York is going to get the ball here to start the second half. So a chance for the home team to add to the momentum swing that they saw over the course of that first half. We'll have to see if Brady Hendricks is as warm in the second half as he was in the first half. Kick received right at the goal line. Ronnie Shanahan bringing it out up the middle of the field, breaking a tackle, bringing it up to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, with this Anchorage defense coming out, I'm really excited to see who's going to take ownership of this game rushing the quarterback. Who's going to start getting the QB? Which rushing attack is going to start bringing down the king?
That's a great question because neither of these teams have a single sack so far tonight, Jesse. I mean, it's very surprising. I mean, I guess if you're Anchorage, you kind of expect that because you've got 4 contracted players on the line. But, if you're Anchorage at the same time, the fact that you haven't been able to sack Brady Hendricks yet, you got to be trying to work on that in the locker room as Kane will go right up the middle and pick up 5.
And it's hard to sack the quarterback when the quarterback just gives it to Dominic Kane again. And why wouldn't you? He's just been putting on a clinic tonight. Every time he touches the ball, he goes forward.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's done a great job of making sure that he's always getting that forward progress and picking up those hard yards because that's what you really want out of your running backs is the ability to get those hard yards. Rudlang up the middle on the counter, stiff arm there, and brought down short of the gain, line to gain there. I thought he was a bit closer than that, but they'll mark it 3rd and 2.
God, these defenders have really not been able to return the physicality of these gargoyle running backs. Dominic Kane, Patrick Ridland, they have just been absolutely putting them down into the turf.
Pitch to Kane there. Absolutely beautiful block by Ivan Lizardi on the left side there, sealing that edge perfectly for Kane. I say perfect. We get the highlight of it. Thank you. Whoever heard me in the camera crew truck, I'm buying you a beer after the game. It's a great block.
And also along with that, Scott Reinberg got out there too. Their linemen are able to swing out. They're able to get defenders in the same level. Their ability to impact, block, and move has just been phenomenal.
Hendricks to throw now, first down. All kinds of time. Finds his receiver, D'Angelo Lopez, with his second catch of the game. You're starting to see some of these guys getting a little bit more involved here. We still haven't seen Yak Williams just yet in terms of catching the ball, but and Leon Sandcastle. But everyone else on this roster has caught at least one pass from Hendricks.
Well, Sandcastle and Thump, you're not really seeing as much on the stat sheet, but you definitely see the product of their work in the running game with their blocking.
Right. Especially a guy like Leon Sandcastle. I mean, the dude is a man mountain as Kane bends that one in and will pick up a nice first down. You're right, the physical running style, it really feels like it's, they're designed to kind of grind down this defense.
Well, they're getting extra credit on every assignment. Not only is the lineman and these tight ends creating a hole you could drive a truck through, but then they're also breaking tackles at the second level.
Right, and I mean, when you can do both of those things consistently, it's really going to be hard to stop you, as Rudlang will take a nice 4-yard carry. And again, yeah, you're right, that A-gap, the center with the perfect block, he gets that right side leverage and just wrenches that lane open, and Rudlang just has to walk through it.
And on that one, everybody just blocked out immediately to the right. Instant B-gap, wide open, take it through for 4.
I'll hand it off again. Kane up the A-gap, stiff arm, brought down right at the first down marker. It was a big hit there by Spiderweb, the free safety. He's been physical tonight too.
You know, this is just one of those drives that if you're playing it in a video game, you're going to just like end up breaking your controller if they get into the end zone because they're just moving at will. You can't stop them. Nothing's working.
Owner John Michael Suddeth coining a nickname, the Cane Dozer. I think that could use a bit of workshopping, but it works for now.
It works for me.
Fair enough. 1st and 10, Rudley brought down after a gain of 1 there. A nice tackle by Bobby Green. We've seen a lot of him. You know, he had the interception in the first half, and he's been pretty good so far tonight, it feels like, as being the guy who cleans up in terms of, you know, bringing down these running backs.
Well, that's something you hang your hat on. They can make a mistake at any time.
Kane to the right side there. Everyone shifted right, but it shifted so fast that I don't think there was really actually much of a lane there. He'll only get about 2.
Yeah, and Babineau was able to break off the outside of all that human body out there and then make a tackle on the play.
He looks very pleased about it, too. There are 6 tackles for him so far tonight. 3rd and 7 now. And Hendricks, you have to assume that he'll throw. He will. Pressure coming from the right side. Just steps out of it. Oh, into the end zone and not able to brought in there. And that was Yak Williams' chance to really impact this game there. It was in his hands, unlike the last time where he just threw it over him. That time it's in his hands, but he's not able to bring it in.
And he had no time. I mean, he was wedged immediately between Julian Gaskin and Spiderweb and just bang, boom, pop. Ball comes out.
It's not the kind of sandwich you want to be the filling in, I'll tell you that much. Cameron Duty punting it. Not a great bounce if you're a Gargoyles fan. It's out of bounds right at about, I think, the 15 or so. And that is where Anchorage will take over. Yeah, the 16.
That was a really quality stand by that Anchorage defense as well. The ability to, they're moving down the field, stop them right outside of field goal range. You love seeing that.
It's pretty much last chance saloon at that point. They're about the 35-yard line. If you get one more first down, you're definitely going to be within John Smith field goal range. So that's the time that you got to stand up and make that stop, and they did. So fair credit to this Wolves defense. They've played hard so far tonight as Ant Tim gets 2 yards there on the pitch. It feels like New York has adjusted a little bit. Those pitches were wide open in the first half, not so much here in the second.
Well, both coaches are very pleased with what they're seeing so far. New York is finding their offensive identity. Anchorage is playing very good defense, but it's just a matter of who's going to break. There's no ties in this prison.
Absolutely right. There has to be a winner. As Cam Toney in motion to the left side alongside Singh. I'll hand it off up the middle there. A little bit of trickery potentially, and Osmosis will get about 2 or 3. And again, seeing people in the fullback slot other than Chevy Monte Carlo. So that must be some kind of strategic tweak that they put into the game plan this week.
Yeah, sometimes, you want to fool them a little bit, make them think you're going to do something, and then you do something else.
Man in motion will set up a 2-by-2 look. That's Kevin Parker, the top wide receiver here tonight for Anchorage so far. Hijack, pocket collapsing, but he finds Parker. Great throw there under pressure. I mean, it looked like he was in the middle of a hydraulic press there, and he still gets the ball out.
It really did. And Rogers Beckett, his arm was about to come down. He was right there, just like he could feel the breath and the spit and the snot coming out on his neck, and he still made a really beautiful throw. Great job.
It feels so far tonight, Jesse, like it really is the Kevin Parker show. I mean, we haven't, Elliot Pope Jr. obviously went out injured, and I don't think he's returned to the game. But we haven't seen Joey Hightower or Bobby Tarantino yet, as Tim will pick up 3.
Well, let me tell you, I mean, if the guy's in the right place at the right time, you just keep feeding the hot hand. I can't blame him.
That's true. I was to say, I mean, if you're getting the guy open consistently, you can't really blame the quarterback for going to him consistently.
Yeah, sure.
Might be another one of those fullback runs here. Osmosis in the fullback spot. No, they'll pass instead. Pyjack looking left. That one's tipped off the back of Simmons there, and unfortunately for him, I think he wanted that interception, but just not in the right place for it.
Yeah, well, it was really good man coverage there by Hudson Cruz. The moment the ball came in, he made contact and knocked the ball out.
I mean, it's going to be hard whenever you've got a linebacker and a tag teaming you if you're a wide receiver. Not the kind of place you want to be in. 5 wide here. Oh, wow, what a throw there. Bobby Tarantino, there he is. First catch of the night for the wide receiver who I believe is currently with the Chicago Warriors in the major leagues. A nice throw there by Pyjack. He's been excellent so far tonight.
He really has. He's been clicking on all 1,000 cylinders. Look at that. 12, 19, 161.
He looks very pleased about it, I'll tell you that.
And clean. He looks fantastic.
First and 10, they'll pitch right side there. Somehow a lane opens up just in time there for Chevy Monte Carlo. That is a very nice run there for him.
Yeah.
I mean, it felt like that was so tight there. The Singh Tarantino team block just opened up in time.
It did look like it was going to be brought down, but Monte Carlo just kept pushing, found the crack at the end of the tunnel, and just drove through.
Split set, 2 tight ends, 2nd and 3, up the middle. Osmosis, first down.
It's easy momentum. Just let momentum do the rest. Beautiful.
I mean, it's a great job, when you're that running back and you get that clean gap run right to the first down marker and the defender comes at you from the side like that and you can just use the momentum to carry you along. It's like magic. I hate it as a linebacker. It's the worst thing in the world.
Well, that's just too bad.
Pyjack, first down, going deep again there. Tarantino has decided that he wants to have a big impact on this game. Go off, son.
When you've got enough time, it's just so easy to find somebody out there, especially when you got somebody with the skill set of Bobby Tarantino. And just adding to Pyjack's great day at the office, 111.5 QB rating. Come on. It's only going to get higher until, it's perfect, and then it can't get any higher, which it could be.
Hudson Cruz getting absolutely dunked on right there by Bobby Tarantino. Pyjack shakes off 2, touchdown! What a throw! Come on,
that same
Joey
guy.
Hightower.
Yeah, this is unfair. Something has to be done about this. You can't break a sack and then throw to a wide open Joey Hightower. This is just unreal. What?
Oh man!
Sometimes, what are you gonna?
2 sacks. Jesse, 2 sacks. He broke 2.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with this guy? The whole defense is looking at the defensive coordinator. He's screaming, and we're like, "What are you gonna do?" I hit him. I had him. I'm good at this. That's why I'm here.
Resident psychopath Joe Garfield puts through the extra point. It's 17-10 Anchorage.
Yeah.
Talk about a statement play, Jesse. You're trying to make a name for yourself as a rookie in this league. That is the kind of play that makes a GM or an owner of a major league team sit up and take some damn notice.
Yeah, that's how you go viral, too. Everybody's talking about it right now. And then you see it, and sometimes when you see a moment like that, no matter how in the zone you are, you just immediately become a fan. That's what I love about this.
Man, I gotta catch my breath and get back focused on this game. I can't believe that. It's one of the best plays I've ever seen from a quarterback. Type attack, eat your heart out. Talk about a guy who does not get sacked. That's crazy. Yak Williams in motion, left side, 3 wide receivers on the left. Hendricks will throw here, first down, looking left side there. That one's caught, a bit of a dangerous one, but brought in very well by number 13, D'Angelo Lopez.
D'Angelo Lopez for sure. Remember, you're only down a score here. This is a great time to come back and show that you can score. And if you can score cooler than that, then what?
I say that I think the stadium would explode at that point. Something would happen as Kane gets the handoff. All kinds of room, beautiful block. I mean, look at that. There's a defensive or an offensive tackle 15 yards up the field making third-level blocks.
Absolutely. It's like, you know what? I got to go find somebody hit. Anybody. There you go. Get out of the way there. Great block there by Connie Cook. Just fine. Can I?
No, Connie Cook. I mean,
Connie
props. Cook. That's insane to run that far.
Great block. I love seeing that from a lineman.
Gotta love it there as Rudlang will get the handoff this time. Takes a shot in the channel there, but picks up 5 yards. Big hit by number 21, Derek Ross, the cornerback. Imagine a cornerback laying a hit like that on a running back like Dominic or like Patrick Rudlang. That's tough.
Yes. Listen, man, you got that dog in you. Don't matter dog or big dog. You got that dog in you.
Kane with the handoff there, shaking off a tackle and they'll give him the first down. A bit of an interesting spot that we'll have to see if Anchorage will challenge that one. But
we'll see if there's a challenge.
Good run there. Bobby Green getting shaken off. And he's had such a good game tonight, so that really tells you how good Dominic Kane is right now.
Yeah, he really has.
Well, that's the end of the third quarter here. Headed into the final frame. 7-point lead, 17-10 in New York. Don't head anywhere, folks. Get your fours up.
Let me tell you, I'm not going anywhere. Even if Alex were to say, like, hey, you can leave now, I'm like, what? No! I want to call the rest of this game.
You're not allowed to leave, Jesse. I'm locking the door on the booth. Brandon Walters alongside Jesse Long here tonight in the East River Cathedral. A fantastic football game on the pitch right now. 17-10 currently the score. Anchorage leading, New York driving. Hendricks to throw here. All kinds of time in the pocket. Unable to connect with his main man, Ivan Lazardi, though.
I'm impressed that Lazardi got a hand on it. I saw 4 defensive hats around that. But still, really good job for Hendricks to get the ball in a dangerous window.
I mean, he's made some great catches, that's for sure. But it's probably a bit much to ask there in terms of being able to bring one down when there's 4 defenders around you. We can't hold it against a man in motion there. That's Robert Thump going to the right side. Pass for Hendricks again, second down. That one caught. Yak Williams finally is able to reel one in tonight. And fortunate for him, he had that first shot in the end zone that he was a little too short for. The second one fell right out of his hands on the goal line. Finally, third time's the charm for him.
And with the pure rookies, don't ever forget, you can always make a big play at any time.
Oh, yeah. There's always time to write your name into the stars here in the SFLm. Third down and 1. Kane all time to run there again. Ivan Lazardi, you got to talk about the run blocking from the wide receiver. He has been excellent tonight.
And it really has been a game of, look at that, 5.7 yards a carry. Longest 28. That's impossible when everybody is blocking alongside with you.
Dominic Kane better buy Ivan Lazardi like a private yacht after this game because he's making him look so good. I mean, he's already looking good, but he'll look even better with those kind of blocks. Good catch there on the ground. An unfortunate pass for D'Angelo Lopez to grab there. Yeah, I think if Hendricks had been able to set his feet a little bit better, it would have been, off to the races and getting that yak.
I say get them segways.
get on your little what's it called? The one where you lean, the hoverboard. The hoverboard. Get on your hoverboards.
That was cool.
Was already in motion right side. Don't know if that's in the budget, unfortunately. Hendricks will dump it off. Kane taking the scenic route and gets taken down by Blade, the defensive tackle there. 3rd and 9 now. And Dominic Kane, you've been brilliant so far tonight, but maybe stick to the running.
Yeah, you're going the opposite direction. I mean, maybe he just got twisted up in the orientation. That can happen once in a while. So that's probably the best explanation for that.
Lopez moving to that left side. 3 wide receivers now on that left. They've got Lazardi close to the line on the right. He'll roll left. 3rd down and 9. It's intercepted! Oh, what a great pick there by Anchorage. The Wolves have it again. 2nd interception of the night, number 28. That is Darren Woodson, the safety. Great pick there.
And there were a lot more open receivers to the left side of the hash mark. I was seeing it, but Hendricks didn't see it there and threw to a wide open Darren Woodson for an interception.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I think he might have tunnel visioned Lazardi a bit there because it was definitely going to him, and he was double covered at least there. It's definitely the kind of throw that you'll learn to not make as a rookie here. 1st down draw play brought down after a gain of 3. Monte Carlo trying to push that pile forward.
Well, this is really important here for the Gargoyle defense, and they have to play no points. They can't give up a field goal here
Right.
because when the Gargoyles get the ball, they run the ball. And running the ball works, but when it works, it takes time.
Oh, trust me, as Mahler's head coach, I know all about taking time off the clock with the runs. Oh, that one nearly intercepted there. There was a man in position for sure. Devontae Moore has had the ball around him a couple times there, but that dang Cam Tony again, stunting on our poor cornerback.
He's stunting on them corners, that Cam Tony. Cam Tony, Audio Tony, VCR Tony.
Tony the repaired guy. Oh, what a tackle. Great job getting in the backfield. They're goofing around in the booth here. These guys are making great plays. Mike Alberts, get yourself a TFL, son.
Let me tell you, Mike Alberts came to work, and 3 and out, get it back, cool. Here we go. Wow, it was just like straight shot.
Yeah, he knew. He jumped that
was
snap.
I'm surprised he didn't fumble it though. That much momentum, like boom.
I say props to Tim for being able to hang on to it at least. 4th and 7, punt coming up here for Trace Welsh. We'll see how far down the field she can get it.
There we go.
To the 37-yard line, that's where Ronnie Shanahan will be dragged down. And this Gargoyles offense, you know, it's been stop and start. It's been highs and lows, Jesse. 2 interceptions have been potential backbreakers here so far tonight. But as long as you get it in the end zone at the end of the day and you get that win on the scoreboard, I don't think anyone's going to care too much. But as long as you can.
Yeah, now's the time to do it.
It's as good a time as any, that's for sure.
For sure. I mean, is there ever a bad time to score, really?
I suppose not. But you never know. Yak Williams in motion, left side there. Oh, they did that blitz again! Oh, man. Bobby Green is having himself a day. 1 interception, 2 sacks tonight, a bunch of tackles. Oh, man. Again, they jumped that snap on that rollout there, and the gap just opens up for the middle linebacker.
That was just timed perfectly. Another zone blocking scheme there, and Bobby Green just hops off, and he's on it just too fast.
Man, it's brutal. Hendricks trying to recover from the sack there. Kane, this time he can't even bring in the reception. I mean, woof, talk about a good game going sour all of a sudden. He's been so good on the ground, and then all of a sudden through the air, he looks like nothing.
And that's tough to watch. Like, he had the ball, he's like, I just drops it. Like, I don't want this ball anymore. Maybe the nerves are getting to him.
I say maybe he's in his head a little bit about that last play. Hendricks on the 3rd down, all kinds of time. He has to tuck and run. No one open down the field. Bob Green is the man with the plan on the scene again for this Anchorage defense. 4th down, a quick 3 and out for New York. That's got to hurt.
Well, just talk about winning serve. You know, the story is dictated by the teams that do what they have to do to win. And right now, Anchorage is up 7. And they give up a 3 and out. That's fine. They went and served up a 3 and out right back. Didn't lose any steps.
Former duty trading punts, a long punt there. Well done by the coverage team to get down quick to the 23-yard line. Got to say that's a bit better than Trace Welsh's punt. And it's brought down by number 32 for Anchorage. Not sure who that might be. Michael Wiley, the halfback, doing his best there, but brought down at the 23. We'll have to see how Anchorage wants to respond. Their running game has been okay. Definitely not at the same level as New York's tonight, though.
And also a very controversial call to not have Joe Garfield.
Well, maybe he's a kick return specialist. He doesn't know what it's like to kick punts. There is a great tackle for loss combined. Monte Carlo dragged down for 3 there. There was 2 linebackers, Mike Alberts and number 58, Brian Simmons, involved in the tag team tackle there.
And this is interesting to see, right? Once upon a time we were running the ball, and now we're pushing behind the line of scrimmage all of a sudden.
Hijack, right side, beautiful throw there. And another catch for Joey Hightower, who's been, you know, whenever he does pop up so far tonight, he's been great.
Look at that once again. Hijack makes a clean game here. Another wide open receiver. Joey Hightower, Kevin Parker, Bobby Tarantino. I'm seeing they have stepped up in the presence of their missing teammate due to injury. Great to see.
I mean, think about it this way. Joey Hightower has 3 catches tonight. 2 of them are touchdowns. 1 of them is a big first down in the 4th quarter. I mean, talk about, ice in the veins. Talk about clutch gene. He's given it so far tonight there. Pyjack on the rollout. Looking left, throwing. Oh, what a throw. A beautiful little rainbow. Kevin Parker's got to get low to the turf to get it, but he does. First down.
That's one of those plays. Like, normally when you throw all the way across your body, something terrible happens. But that was the longest throw I think I've seen to gain just 1 yard in a first down. That was really incredible.
That was like a 25-yard throw to get 10 yards.
There he is, with a haircut.
Hijack 17 of 24, 228, 2 touchdowns, no picks. About as good of a game as you can ask for. Draw play here on the first down. They'll hand it off. Osmosis will pick up 3.
Good, strong, solid game from Michael Pyjack. That's what you are attempting to get out of your QB. Just a solid, clean football game. And when your offensive line can give your quarterback the ability to do that, you're going to find yourself in strong positions to win like Anchorage is in right now.
And they've just crossed midfield now. If they can get another 20 yards, they'd be in the field goal range as they'll pitch Monte Carlo left side, taking down Simmons. Has really shown up in the second half. You're getting all kinds of TFLs.
Yeah, this is going to be a really big third down for the Gargoyles defense. And it's also hard to pick. Like, do you shut down? You know what I'm doing? I'm saying, you know what? If you're going to beat me with something, you're going to beat me with your running. That's my call. That's my decision.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's not going to be much of a running game here unless Pyjack tucks and runs. 3rd and 7. 5 wide receivers, no one in the backfield. Tarantino in motion. 3 wide receivers left side, 2 right. Zone coverage here almost certainly from New York. They didn't send anyone in motion. 4-man rush, gets home early. Tarantino had it in the hand, but it's popped out. Beautiful hit there. Zion Waddles, the free safety, making a mark.
And that's what you want to do. You want to get all those hats out there, and you know they're going to get their hands on it. So you just get in the right place at the right time to make the big hit. And now the Gargoyles have a chance to tie this football game, possibly take it into overtime.
Chase Welsh going to try and coffin corner this punt and pin the Gargoyles back. Doesn't really have the leg, brought in by Shanahan at the 17-yard line. So you've got 83 yards to go if you are the New York Gargoyles. If you're Brady Hendricks, you've got 3 minutes to get 83 yards.
There we go. Welcome to the show, kid. This is what you want to do your whole life. Your mom is watching, so is the neighborhood.
I say 3 interceptions across 2 games so far, no touchdowns. It'd be a hell of a time to get number 1 up on the board there. That one in and out of the hands of Yak Williams. There was about 5 Wolves defenders in the area there. And I mean, you got to try and look for someone who's got to be a bit more open.
Yeah, and one of the problems with throwing on first down and not getting anywhere is that you're really not allowing yourself the possibility to show run.
Yeah, you don't really get that kind of versatility. You're going to have to be relatively one-dimensional at this point because you got so far to go as Lopez moves in motion left side. 2nd and 10 from the 17-yard line. Hendricks, quick throw there. Finding his wide receiver, D'Angelo Lopez, who just went in motion. They'll run the hurry up now. They're going to get a move on quick here. Not going to take any time. Hendricks rolling right, throwing left, in and out of the hands of Lazardi this time. A good hit there by number 26, Spider Webb. He's been so physical in that backfield.
You know, with the way they're rolling them out, Hendricks has time. But Hendricks has to find somebody that as soon as they get the ball, they've got enough time to set their feet and catch it.
Yeah, it does feel like he's been pulling the trigger early tonight. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. As he'll go short side there, Yak Williams will pick up an easy 6 step out of bounds. A nicely executed play there on the 2nd down.
Very smart play by the pure rookie on that one. Very smart.
Yeah, I say if you're a coach, you got to love that. You take the easy, no-risk route there. You get a free 6 yards. You stop the clock, making a much easier 3rd down. Keep yourself a bit more flexible. You could run it with Dominic Kane if you wanted, especially when there's only one linebacker. As they'll move Williams in motion again. They love that motion as well. They will throw it. Hendricks looking to that left side there, finding Lazard, or not Lazardi, no, that's not the team. That's Ronnie Shanahan with a great catch. First down across midfield. 2.5 minutes left now on the hurry up. Yak Williams again on the right side there. A great stiff arm will get him 6. They're continuing in the hurry up here, Jesse.
Love the urgency here. Love the urgency.
2:10 left to go in the game. Hendricks short. Lazardi short of the first down. And that should be the final play before the 2-minute warning here, maybe. They might just get one. No, they won't. 2 minutes left in this one. New York driving to try and send this game to overtime. Deep breaths, everybody. Deep breaths in the chat. We're going to get ready for these final 2 minutes. Brendan Walters alongside Jesse Long here in the East River Cathedral. New York driving down 17-10, trying to tie this game up. Alexander West hitting the buttons for us from the SFLm headquarters as always. A throw to the left side there on 3rd and 2. Caught. Beautiful catch by Shanahan. Timeout called by the Gargoyles.
Well, it's nice that they're working the sides and it's working, but when you begin working those sides too much, you're going to send coverage out to the sides. Coverage, zones out to the flats. They need to start thinking a little more to the middle. Get back to that middle like they've been running.
Hendricks doing all of his work over the middle. That's his first pass completed to the left side of the field this entire game there. D'Angelo Lopez brought down. Loss of 1 on the play. Great tackle. I think that was Bobby Green. Or no, it would have been number 41, Terrence Newman, the corner.
Well, one of the benefits here, too, if you're Brady Hendricks, is that this offense right now is working on 4 downs. So if you don't get on second, you don't get on third, that's fine. As long as you get close, keep moving. You're playing 4 downs here.
The name of the game is to probably try and cut this upcoming 3rd down in half, most likely here. He'll roll left side, 3-man rush for Anchorage. No, oh no, no, Yak Williams has been having such a good drive. He ducks out of the way of the ball.
It looked like he was trying to tie his shoe. I mean, you know, you can't take off if your shoes aren't tied.
Oh, it's sickening play there. Sickening play for New York. Your stomach has got to be in your feet right now if you're a Gargoyles fan, player, or coach. 3rd and 11, Hendricks, 3-man rush, all kinds of time. Will drop it for Kane, who shakes the tackle there, picks up the yards. That's the kind of physicality we need to see from him. Timeout called by New York, 4th and 3.
Wow, what a play there. It looked like it was going to stop right at the scene and put them in a more manageable 4th and 3. This is the game.
Makes it a lot easier. This 3 down lineman, 1 in the 2-point stance here. They'll only send the 3 for Anchorage. Oh, Hendricks throws it, but it's ill-advised. There was a man all the way right in front of that one all day long. Number 28, Darren Woodson, the guy who got the interception earlier in the game, breaks up the 4th down pass, and that will probably be the final nail in the coffin here. Anchorage looking to record a big away win and move to 2-0.
Man, I will admit, now there's a miracle window open here. So let's see if that closes first.
Draw play there. Osmosis picks up an easy 6. Takes a shot there from number 95. That's Steve Foley. Final timeout, I believe, there being called by New York. So anything from here on is free clock. If they do get a first down, the game is over. But it looks like they'll head out in the victory formation, Jesse.
Yeah, and if you're New York, you know, it's going to look at first like it was a bad loss, but it really wasn't. You played very well in a very strong Anchorage team. They played really well last week against Philadelphia. There's a lot of positives that you can take out of this.
At the same time here, I think we're going to have to hang on a little bit because I do think that based on the way the clock is running, New York should get the ball back, I think, at least for a punt return. We're going to have to see.
I think you're right.
I think they're going to have about 20 seconds or so.
It's only depend how close they run it to the...
Well, they'd have about 50 seconds with the snap. The play clock is 40 seconds, so probably about 10, 15 seconds. Yeah, 10 seconds or so from a punt return here. So the game is not over just yet. We'll have to hold our breaths and wait for the punt return. I mean, Anchorage moving up to a nice 2-0, 2 wins in their first 2 games as a franchise. you know, if you're New York, you were in the championship game last season, and here you are starting 0-2. Probably not a time to hit the panic button just yet, but definitely got to be looking at, you know, what needs to change.
Well, it's definitely, yeah, you know, you got into the title game this year. There's better reshuffling of players. But, you know, the first 2 weeks are always pretty rough for coaches. You don't have a lot to go with. You don't have a lot to go off on. And you can't pick who they put you in front of when it's time to play the game. But there's 7 seconds left, so.
Shanahan gets buried there in the turf, and a good hit by number 22 for this defense. Not sure who that is, but a good hit nonetheless. Actually, I think that, yeah, that's John Osmosis, the halfback there, getting a little bit of revenge potentially on Ronnie Shanahan. 7 seconds left. Brady Hendricks does still have time, and he's probably got the arm here. It's not too far yet.
Hey, it's time to say your prayers and let it fly through the air.
We've seen Hail Marys succeed in the SFLm before. I was on the team that hit a game winner on one. Brady Hendricks going deep there, finds Ronnie Shanahan. He'll be short, well short of the end zone, down to the 30-yard line. That will be the final play of the game. Anchorage comes in to the East River Cathedral and scores themselves a big win here. 17-10, your final score. I mean, Jesse, it was a great game. It had everything. We're going to get a look through the stats here, but I mean, walk me through what you saw and give me a player of the game nomination, if you please.
You know, player of the game's got to go to Kevin Parker. He played an amazing game. When you see your teammate going down the very early game, that hits you right in the heart, man. That punches you right in the gut. To be able to step up and give your team someone to inspire, someone to say we're going to go out there. And also, let's not forget, Michael Pajak threw, and he just pitched a great game on the mound. He really did.
I was going to say, I have to give it to Payak personally, because, I mean, that's a fantastic, just for breaking that double sack and then throwing a touchdown. I think that alone probably earns you my player of the game nomination. Joey Hightower with 2 receiving touchdowns. We can't forget about him. I mean, you got to give props to Dominic Kane. He had a great game, over 100 yards on less than 20 carries. Alberts had 15 tackles. So, I mean, great game for the linebacker. And I mean, yeah, just all kinds of great performances here, but you know, another great game.
And Bobby Green,
of course, 2 sacks, an interception. We got to give him his props too, because he had a fantastic one.
And also, nobody likes getting a game ball in a loss, but Dominic Kane just ran an absolutely great game.
Yeah,
you got to give him his flowers.
Yeah, he played great. I mean, any other day, I feel like that's the kind of performance that gets you a win. And it's unfortunate if you're New York not to here, but I'm sure they'll look to bounce back in week 3. Whew, man, my throat is about to give out. So I hope you all enjoy this after dark block here. For Jesse Long, my partner, for SFL Commissioner Cameron, Alex West, sorry. I am Brandon Walters. You all have a good night, folks.
And on behalf of the Midnight Society, I won!